What are the things you think about from a reporting perspective that someone at an enterprise level organization that can't get in the trenches and look at things at a keyword level, what should they be looking at from a reporting perspective? And let's think beyond traffic, visits, conversions. Are there any other particular reports?
It varies by the company I've worked on. Again, I always go back to the theme of looking at what is the business's KPIs and connecting my SEO KPIs to those. So, I'm crazy about having to connect everything to registrations, signups, purchases. If it doesn't connect to those value-creating KPIs, then it can be meaningless. And sometimes, for example, you need to track metrics to know if we're growing. So, for example, in the early stages of a site's site's optimization, you might track things like pages indexed, because you want to make sure the site's getting crawled. If it's not getting crawled, nothing else really matters. But once the site's getting crawled, you're going to move on, you're going to focus on other KPIs. Early on, you might also focus on rankings, just to make sure your rankings are increasing. But ultimately, you need to be increasing, again, back to whatever creates value for your company. If it's purchases, look at average purchase value, look at that keyword and how well it converts, right? How well it performs for you. The other thing I would mention is not only breaking it down by keyword, but a really insightful thing not all SEOs do is look at keyword patterns and look at landing pages that are correlated with that. So an example of that would be when I worked at the company Eventful, we got a lot of traffic for people looking for concert dates for performing artists. So for example, U2 tour dates, U2 concert schedules, things like that. And going into the analytics, I found there was this pattern where people that typed in U2 tour dates converted, it was like 50% higher than people that typed in U2 tour schedule. Which that small little change seems very small, minuscule. But when I looked at the pattern and I said, okay, pull all the artist names and tour date or tour schedule, tour date was outperforming in terms of conversions. So we made that simple change to really shift the weight of optimization over for that phrase and instantly saw a massive boost in the amount of actual users that were signing up for our site because of that.
And just to clarify, it wasn't just related to U2. When you looked at the pattern, you actually said, what is it across all artists
Precisely.
and all
Thank
events
you.
that we have?
Yeah.
So it wasn't just one particular event.
That's right. So it could have been Foo Fighter tour dates. It could have been any artist named tour dates or any artist named tour schedule, and comparing those patterns, right? Which if you're using Google Analytics, is really easy to do using regular expressions. I love using regular expressions in GA because it's really powerful. You can look at patterns across keywords, look at engagement and conversion rate across those patterns really easily. So powerful tool that I would highly recommend.